helicopters, firefighters, and the military in Albania have worked to contain a large wildfire burning on Mount Kruj near the capital Tirana.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected a US roadmap for the second phase of the Gaza peace plan, which militant group Hamas had already accepted.
A wildfire threatening residential areas in the central Albanian city of Kruja was brought under control on Sunday following firefighting efforts. The fire, about 38 kilometers north of the capital, Tirana, had been burning since Saturday afternoon. Authorities said 3 military helicopters had been assisting ground crews in efforts to bring the blaze under control, with the firefighting operations continuing both on the ground and from the air as steep terrain made access difficult. Following the containment of the blaze, Albanian Prime Minister Edi Rama said in a post on X that one warehouse had been burned, but no residents had been injured. Earlier, authorities evacuated residents from several villages and arrested a man suspected of accidentally sparking the blaze after allegedly setting fire to dry grass near his home on Saturday. According to police, the flames spread out of control because of strong winds and reached Mount Kruj, threatening nearby communities.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected a US roadmap for the second phase of the Gaza peace plan, which militant group Hamas had already accepted. Following pushback from his far-right allies in the government and despite assurances Israel would not need to withdraw immediately, Netanyahu rejected the 15-point document presented by Trump's Board of Peace at the end of last month. He insisted that any withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza was conditional on Hamas being genuinely disarmed. The rejection came after Hamas announced its support for the plan and called on the United States to pressure Netanyahu not to obstruct the process for political and electoral reasons. The dispute presented a break from Trump by Netanyahu after the two also diverged over how to proceed with the war they started against Iran. Netanyahu faces pressure from his right-wing voters to reject the plan, which comes ahead of elections in October, where he is running even or trailing in some polls.
Red coral is a marine organism that grows extremely slowly and can take decades to form a large colony. Since ancient times, it has been used in jewelry because of its striking color and glossy, hard texture. According to UN estimates, its value can exceed $5,000 per kilogram. Maria Salomidi explained to Euronews why the illegal trade in this precious marine organism can be so lucrative.
Αυτό το οποίο είναι πολύ ιδιαίτερο σχετικά με το κόκκινο κοράλι είναι ο ασβεστολιστικός σκελετός του. Η ασβεστολιστική του σύσταση είναι αυτή που επιτρέπει και τη σκληρότητα του υλικού, αλλά ταυτόχρονα μπορεί κανείς να το σμιλεύσει, μπορεί να το κόψει, μπορεί να το κάνει χάντρες. Είναι ένα υλικό το οποίο μπορεί να αξιοποιηθεί στην κοσμηματοποιία. Ταυτόχρονα υπάρχει βέβαια και μια πανάρχαιη παράδοση η οποία θεωρεί κατά κάποιο τρόπο το κοράλι σαν φυλαχτό, σαν κάτι που προστατεύει από τις ασθένειες.
In recent years, demand has increased as red coral has made a comeback in the collections of major international fashion houses. At the same time, red coral populations in the Mediterranean are declining. This high value has fueled the parallel legal market center in Italy, which for centuries has been at the heart of Europe's coral processing and trading industry.
Ένα πραγματικά μεγάλο κοράλι που μπορεί παρελθόντως να είναι και 100 χρονών ζώο, έτσι. Ένα μεγάλο κοράλι που διαθέτει ένα πολύ χοντρό, σκληρό σκελετό μπορεί να γίνει ένα γαλματάκι. Οπότε η τιμή του στην αγορά μπορεί πραγματικά να φτάσει τεράστιες τιμές.
In Greece, Italian nationals were caught harvesting red coral from the seabed off Skopelos with the shipment destined for Italy.
Σίγουρα δεν είναι μόνο Ιταλία. Δηλαδή υπάρχει και από Έλληνες υπάρχει και γίνεται αυτό. Τώρα πόσο συστηματικό μπορεί να είναι, αυτό δεν μπορώ να σας το απαντήσω. Όπως επίσης και οι Ιταλοί που έρχονται, εάν έρχονται μόνοι τους ή αν όλα αυτά τα κάνουν σε συνεννόηση με κάποιους ντόπιους που τους δίνουν πληροφορίες, αυτά δεν μπορούμε να τα γνωρίσουμε. Αλλά το μόνο που θα μπορούσα με ασφάλεια να πω είναι ότι αν ένα εντοπίστηκε περιστατικό, σίγουρα είναι ότι έχουν συμβεί πολύ περισσότερα, έτσι.
Maria Salomidi warns that without a comprehensive mapping of the Greek seabed, it will be impossible to establish an effective mechanism to protect these valuable coral populations.
Bao, wonton, mantu, manti, manta, chuchvara, pelmeni, dushbara, guruza, khidkali. So many names, so many dumplings. The story of the metamorphosis of these delicious pastry parcels begins its journey in China to Central Asia, the South Caucasus and onto Europe.
I think it probably many of these dumplings coming from the Asia is Chinese.
In Azerbaijan, there are very specific ways to make their gurza.
Part of our traditional cuisine, the heritage cuisine in Azerbaijan.
The tasty treat sees subtle changes as you travel through borders, regions, countries and climates.
In our culture, people eat in winter time because this is the power of for energy, for the health, because for cold weather.
Dushbara are famously tiny, delicate parcels of dough filled with minced lamb and served in fragrant broth or soup. So small that tradition says dozens should fit onto a single spoon.
They use in the one spoon 13 on the 15 pieces of the small dushbaras.
Further along the ancient routes, the dumpling continued to transform, and in Uzbekistan, the delicate chuchvara and manti emerged. In Kazakhstan, the robust manti settled, and in the South Caucasus, the finely crafted Azerbaijani dushbara and gurza were created.
You can use some lamb broth or just hot water with some salt, and we serve it this dumpling, Azerbaijani dumpling of gurza, with sumac or yogurt sauce or mint and garlic yogurt sauce.
Today, chefs and families across the world continue to honour these traditions while adding their own interpretations, keeping these beloved dumplings at the heart of the country's culinary identity.
Noi abbiamo trovato un edificio con 5 stanze complete, quindi è un edificio piuttosto grande, soprattutto con rivestimenti di pregio, perché abbiamo in particolare nel vano D, nell'ambiente D, abbiamo sovrapposti 2 mosaici, uno di III secolo e quello inferiore invece di II.
essendo una scoperta eccezionale abbiamo approfondito lo scavo, che non era previsto, diciamo, di questa entità, ma l'abbiamo man mano sempre più approfondito proprio per cercare di capire che cosa avevamo davanti, insomma che cosa stavamo scoprendo.
Ci hanno restituito un apparato decorativo di grande pregio con mosaici pavimentali. Una di queste stanze presenta un mosaico bellissimo, geometrico, con al centro un emblema raffigurante pesci, delfini intorno a un cratere.